Are you traveling to Bangkok and want to know the most important things before arriving? We will tell you all you need to know about visas, apps, SIM card, money, and transportation. Because at Yes and Explore, we make your travel smarter, not harder. If you're visiting Bangkok for the first time, it can be overwhelming. And that's why we made this video, to help you navigate the steps into this beautiful city. At the end of this video, you're prepared and ready to go enjoy the city. And if you have any more questions, just let us know in the comments. We're happy to help you.
Alright, first things first, it's the visa. Depending on how long you want to stay, you have two choices. You have a 60-day visa and a 30-day visa exempt status. So the first option is actually to apply for a 60-day visa from your home country. You can apply online to the Thai e-visa portal. The price differs per country, but in the EU zone it's around 35 euros. So if you want to check if you're eligible, you can check in the description box. We put a link into the website. You can check if you are eligible to apply for this one. So the other option is to use the 30-day visa exempt status. You enter the country, you get a stamp, you have 30 days of visa and you're good to go. And it's actually also free. So far there are 64 countries on the list. And again, we put a link in the description box. You can check if your country is on the list. You enter 30 days, free, done and done. So if you're just coming for a holiday shorter than 30 days, just use the 30 days. It's super easy, convenient, and you enter the country, you leave the country, and you don't have any hassle with the visa. The second step is to install some apps to make your life in Thailand much easier. And the first app is of course Grab. We use this app for everything from taxi, food, and our groceries. The best part is that you can link it to your credit card and you don't need any cash. It's all in English, and the best part is it's cash free. So you link your credit card to it and you can pay with that. There's also an option you can pay with cash, but we prefer not to have that much cash. Actually, for taxi apps, you can also use Bolt and InDrive. They are actually a little bit cheaper, but the availability is much lower. So we recommend using Grab. Next up, one of the apps you want to use is Google Maps. It's widely used across all of Thailand. It can show you bus lines, metro lines. It can show you where to go, how to walk. It's super convenient and easy. So besides Google Maps, you can also download Google Translate. One of the easiest things you can use with the app is actually the Google Lens, where you just hold the camera over the text and it automatically translates into your language. So any Thai language you don't understand, you use the camera. So now you have all these apps installed, but you don't have any network yet. You need a SIM card. You have a few options. You can get it before doing baggage claim, in the arrivals hall, or you can even wait before you enter the city in Bangkok. But we'll tell you our biggest hack into getting a SIM card and what we love to do. If you want the easiest way, you can just go to your arrivals hall and get a SIM card there. A little bit more expensive, but you get a SIM card, you immediately connect it to the world. The best tip we can give you is to wait until you get into the city. There are many options to get different kinds of SIM cards. What our preference is to go to AIS, go to their store. They have people working there, they speak English, and they can help you with installing it. And one of the advantages of AIS is it's one of the biggest networks. So once you leave Bangkok, if you want to leave Bangkok, then you have a big network. You always have connection. Some of the other smaller providers, they don't always have as good connectivity as AIS. So you go to AIS, you buy a 50 baht SIM card, and you can choose your own plan in the app, or whatever your preference is, how long, how expensive, or how many gigabytes you want. So one of our biggest hacks is actually using and getting an eSIM. So you still pay the 50 baht, you get a SIM card that is actually physical, but they install it into your phone as an eSIM. So besides having your own SIM card, you can have an eSIM next to it. So you're still connected to the world, let's say at home, and also connected into the Thai world. So you can use a dual SIM. Just to be sure, check your phone if it's possible, if the option is there. We start using it because we have an iPhone, so it's super easy to use. But if your phone doesn't do it, you can still get the physical card. It's still fine. So we really love this hack, using a Thai eSIM. But if you have different hacks for us, for example, based on mobile phones, please leave them in the comments below because we'd love to hear them from you. So in Thailand, it's really essential to have a SIM card and a number because they use it for everything. And if you want to register for anything in Thailand, if you want to stay shorter or longer, you need a phone number. They always ask for a Thai phone number. So next up, cash. In Thailand, actually, cash is still king. But we've noticed with the last few years, they've been upgrading everything and credit card is, well, actually easily usable in many, many places. But if you go to a food court or like a marketplace, you really need cash. Changing money in Thailand versus your own country is actually a smart thing to do. Because in Thailand, the competition between exchange offices is very high. and it will give you a way better deal than in your own country. Most offer actually no fees, and they take all major currencies. A very important tip we can give you is at the currency offices, your bill, the money you give, needs to be, well, in a really good state. If it's torn, if it's ripped, if it looks dirty, they won't accept it. So, but please do not exchange at the airport's arrival or even at the baggage claim, because you get such a bad rate. The best thing we can advise you to do is actually go downstairs in the airport arrivals, go all the way down, and in the back you can see like a few stands. They have the best exchange rate. And even if you wait in the city itself, you have, for example, Super Rich, which we love to use. They have one of the best exchange rates, and they don't ask any fee. So you just go there, you change your money, and you get actually pretty reasonable rate. And don't forget to bring your passport, because no passport, no money exchange. So another option is to withdraw money from one of the many ATMs at the airport or in the center of Bangkok. There's usually a cost involved that's around 220 baht for the withdrawal of money and other costs that are from your own bank. So keep in mind that it's always better to take a big sum of money because you only pay the fee once. And make sure when you're withdrawing money from the ATM, use the local currency. Do not let them convert for you, because you're going to lose a lot of money with that. Well, now that you're in the country, you know what apps to use, where to get money, and you got your visa. It's time to go into Bangkok. So you have a few options. You can hail a cab, use a Grab, book a private car. You can also take the bus or use the airport rail link. So first off, let me remove the bus and the private car. The bus takes too long and it doesn't get you to the perfect location. The private car, way too expensive. You just scrap that. For us personally, the easiest way is to just, when you're at the airport, you book a Grab, you know the price beforehand. They add a little bit of a surcharge if you want to use the highway. So that's like around 50 to 75 baht. Always accept that because it's the easiest and fastest way. And it's just a little bit more money and more convenient. You don't have to use cash to pay the driver. They can also charge you in the app itself. So everything is charged through the credit card. You don't need any cash on arrival, and you can save your money to exchange in Bangkok itself. So estimation of that price is usually around, let's say, 300 to 600 baht, depending how busy it is, the rain, the weather, the traffic, and everything. And usually when you try to book via Grab and you have a lot of suitcases, book a bigger car. A small car, it won't fit. So just to keep in mind, it costs a little bit extra, but it's much more comfortable to sit in. If you don't have a SIM card yet, you can actually use the airport Wi-Fi. It's super easy. You can connect. You use Grab, or you uploaded your credit card already. You order the taxi. You step in. You come to the hotel, you have internet again. It's all taken care of. So it's super easy and convenient. So why not book a regular taxi? So yes and no. It's immediately there. You get in and it's convenient. They put the meter on. But when it's really busy, you still have to pay for the fact that you're waiting. And it's not always clear how much the full price will be. So that's why we prefer Grab over a regular taxi. You know exactly beforehand, okay, this is what it's going to cost me, adding the toll, and that's it. And the last option to use is the airport rail link, which connects the airport with MRT. It's called Station Phetchaburi, and to the BTS SkyTrain at Phra Thai. And it takes about 25 minutes to the MRT, and it takes about 30-ish minutes to the BTS station. The price is between 35 and 45 baht, depending how far you go. And actually, it is quite an ideal choice to take when it rains over, when it's busy on the road, because it doesn't have any traffic problems. The only downside is that you have to carry your own luggage, let's say to the airport rail link, and then from the airport rail link to the BTS or MRT, and then also to your hotel. Keep in mind, the airport rail link only accepts cash. So you need to have cash before you buy the ticket and you go into the train. The airport rail link is actually a real money saver, and it's quite quick. The disadvantage is when you arrive and you're tired of your flight and you want to go immediately into your hotel, you first have to go down. You have to do a lot of steps before you're in your hotel. And actually in Bangkok, the price for a taxi is relatively cheap, especially compared to most countries. So taking a taxi like a Grab or an actual regular taxi is still quite cheap. So you travel smarter, not harder, by spending a little bit more money, taking the luxury of a taxi and the door-to-door service that gets you with the least amount of lost energy and the most relaxing way to start your holiday. So this is it, the best tips we can give you for your first hour in Bangkok. And if you have any more questions, leave a comment below. We love to answer them. We want to thank you so much for watching Yes and Explore, where we travel smarter, not harder. So see you next time. Bye!